Every game begins the same way.
What's up, Birdland? Welcome back to Orioles Fan Central, your #1 source for everything happening in Baltimore. Before we dive into today's exclusive details, I need you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We are building the biggest O's community right here, and you do not want to miss a single update from this hot stove season that is absolutely on fire. Let's make sure our O is heard all across the league. Subscribe now and come join the family. And we are in the thick of December 2025, and the atmosphere in Baltimore is pure electricity mixed with calculated strategic tension. Mike Elias and the front office have already made seismic moves by bringing in Pete Alonso to anchor our first base for the long haul and bolstering the bullpen with Kenley Jansen and Scott Alexander. But we all know the elephant in the room remains the starting rotation. My sources and market analysis indicate that while Trevor Rogers has solidified himself as our ace, the depth behind him is the missing piece to transform this roster from a playoff contender into an undisputed World Series favorite. The chatter in the league's back channels has intensified drastically this week, and the name echoing loudest within the corridors of Camden Yards is Southpaw Framber Valdez. This is a move that makes perfect strategic sense. Valdez, after 8 years in Houston, is testing the market for the first time, and despite a solid 2025 with 13 wins and a 3.66 ERA, what really attracts the Baltimore front office is his durability. He is a classic innings eater, having pitched at least 176 innings in each of the last 4 seasons. For a team like ours, which desperately needs to preserve the bullpen for October, a pitcher who induces ground balls like Valdez does would be a perfect marriage for our ballpark, although the price tag could be a significant hurdle. However, if the bidding war for Valdez gets out of our financial comfort zone, Baltimore's attention should quickly pivot to another elite lefty, Ranger Suarez. The former Phillies pitcher, now 29 years old, is coming off his best statistical full season. We are talking about a 3.20 ERA and a 1.22 whip across 26 games, numbers that show a level of control and efficiency that was missing at times in our past rotation. But here is the insider edge to my analysis. It's not just the regular season numbers that matter. Suarez possesses an enviable postseason pedigree, boasting a minuscule 1.48 ERA in 11 playoff appearances. For a young team like the Orioles, bringing in someone who doesn't feel the pressure of October is an intangible asset that cannot be measured by spreadsheets alone. Furthermore, there is the wild card of the situation, Michael King. The former Padres and Yankees hurler had a frustrating 2025, marred by injuries, pitching only 73 innings, but his ceiling is undeniably high, as seen in 2024. Sources indicate that King is considering offers from Baltimore, the Yankees, and the Red Sox. The question here is risk versus reward. King might come at a discount due to recent injuries, allowing Elias to allocate resources elsewhere. But can we trust his health for a deep run in October? It is a complex chess match, and the decision between the expensive durability of Valdez, the playoff excellence of Suarez, or the high upside potential of King will define our fortunes in 2026. While the free agent market offers solutions that cost only money, the trade market demands that we bleed talent. And this is where the situation becomes fascinating for us analytical fans. With the bombshell signing of Pete Alonso, the dynamic of our infield has shifted drastically. Ryan Mountcastle, who has served the club loyally, and the promising Kobe Mayo have suddenly become luxury surplus pieces, and Mike Elias knows exactly how to capitalize on this. A recent report from our colleague Jake Rill points to a rekindled connection with the Miami Marlins involving pitcher Edward Cabrera. Cabrera is the kind of target that makes scouts' eyes light up. He is only 27 years old and just had his breakout season in 2025. His arm is electric, and he finally demonstrated the consistency that was expected of him. The logic here is crystal clear. Miami needs power bats, and we have a surplus at first base and the corner infield spots. Sending a package centered around Mountcastle or Mayo to Florida in exchange for years of control of a young ascending arm like Cabrera is the type of sustainable move that keeps the championship window open for years, not just for one season. Beyond Miami's young rotation, my ears in the market have also picked up whispers coming from Milwaukee. Freddie Peralta, the 29-year-old veteran from the Brewers, is being floated in trade rumors. Peralta is a two-time All-Star who brings a different kind of stability than Cabrera. He knows the league, knows how to attack experienced hitters, and would bring a clubhouse presence that would complement our roster's youth well. The crucial question for Birdland is, are we willing to part with elite prospects from our minor league system, which is the envy of the MLB, to rent or acquire veterans? The Brewers front office knows we have the draft capital and the prospects to make any deal happen. Elias's strategy has always been to build through the draft and develop internally, but the arrival of Alonso signals a paradigm shift. We are in win-now mode. The patience for development may be giving way to the urgency of winning. If we opt for rotation help via trade, we preserve our payroll budget for future extensions of our young stars, but we weaken the depth of our farm system. It is a delicate balance. Cabrera offers youth and control. Peralta offers certainty and experience. Both will cost dearly in terms of human talent. The decision to move Mountcastle or Mayo will be emotionally painful for many fans who watch them grow. But if the return is an arm that leads us to win the last game of the season, it is a sacrifice history will judge as necessary. The offseason is long, but the pieces are moving fast, and Baltimore is positioned to deliver checkmate. In summary, the Baltimore Orioles are facing a luxurious but vital crossroads. We have the stellar offense with the arrival of Alonso, but the rotation needs a legitimate partner for Trevor Rogers. Whether spending big in free agency with the safety of Framber Valdez and the heroism of Ranger Suarez, or utilizing our surplus of offensive talent to pursue Cabrera or Peralta via trade, Mike Elias needs to get the timing and the target right. My analysis is that a trade seems more likely given the front office's track record, leveraging Alonso's arrival to deal Mountcastle. Now, I want to hear from you, O's fans. What is your masterstroke? Do you prefer spending the money on Framber Valdez and keeping our prospects, or would you send Ryan Mountcastle to Miami in exchange for the young arm of Edward Cabrera? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Let's debate this strategy. Don't forget, for deep analysis and the latest breaking news, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's fly together this season. See you next time.